Hi everybody, thank you for watching. So today's video is going to be about brands that I am loyal to. This video idea came to me, I don't know, a month or so ago when in a particular video I kept saying, I'm very loyal to this brand. I'm very loyal to this brand. And then a subscriber actually mentioned a couple brands that she was loyal to and we got into a discussion about it in the comments, and I thought, I can make a full video on that. So that is exactly what we're doing today. I'm going to talk about some of the brands I am most loyal to, the brands that I continually repurchase from and I've repurchased a lot from, and brands that I find myself recommending quite a bit. So before we get started, I do want to say thank you so much for clicking on this video. I am currently uploading every single day, so if you do enjoy getting daily content on makeup and beauty related items, then I hope that you will consider hitting the subscribe button before you go. But if you would like to see some of the brands that I am loyal to, why don't we go ahead and get started. I go in any particular order for this video, and then I thought I could grab out a few items from each brand that I really, do love and would recommend. But the first brand that I want to mention is Tarte Cosmetics. I have been purchasing from Tarte for a very long time and they just continually seem to impress me. There is not a lot that I buy from Tarte that I'm like, ooh, that really missed the mark for me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just continually impressed. I think one of the first items that I purchased from them was their Tartelette and Bloom palette. I highly recommend. I've also recommended over and over their collaboration that they did with Styled by Hrush. I love this eyeshadow palette. Most recently, I purchased their Tarte Clay Play palette, and I think it is such a phenomenal eyeshadow palette. Like, I'm just very impressed with their eyeshadow palettes on a whole. This is one of my absolute favorites. I continually reach for this palette as well. Of course, I'm a huge fan of the Shape Tape. I have recommended this so often. Their latest Tarte Color Splash Rainforest of the Sea lipsticks are just absolutely beautiful, and I recently was able to try out their Rainforest of the Sea foundation, and I love this foundation as well. I feel like the only real miss from Tarte that I can think of off the top of my head is their stick foundation. I really wasn't a huge fan of that, which was a bummer, but seriously, like, everything else that I buy from Tarte I feel like I get along with really well. I feel like they're a really good company. I recommended to follow them on Snapchat because they have an amazing Snapchat. They work really hard over there, I can tell. They also have an awesome vlog series going on right now on their YouTube channels. I will leave that listed down below as well. Tarte Cosmetics, I've been purchasing from them for a long time and I highly recommend this brand. A drugstore brand that I have been very loyal to since long before I had my YouTube channel is Maybelline. Maybelline is probably my favorite brand at the drugstore. I think I can say that pretty well, and it's just, Maybelline is that brand that my mom always used, and I can remember using her makeup when I was much younger. And as I went into high school and then went into college, I was always gravitating towards the Maybelline section. And then when I started my YouTube channel and I was trying to, just become accustomed to having this beauty YouTube channel and buying new makeup and not feeling super comfortable yet buying really high-end items, I was in the Maybelline aisle at the drugstores buying so much from them, and I continually recommend a lot of products from them. Their Better Skin foundation, I also own their concealer. I love this. Like, look, I think I mentioned this in my used and abused makeup tag. Like, it has been hard for me to go through foundations, but that Maybelline Better Skin I love. Their Fit Me line, I have the powder foundation, I also have the concealer. I have been through a lot of these concealers, and you can tell from my Fit Me powder that I obviously really love that as well. The Instant Age Rewind concealer, I mean, I don't even know how many of these I've gone through, and I continually still to this day recommend them. When people say I want something to really cover my dark circles, I'm like, this is the one. This is the one that you need. The item that I think I love probably the most from Maybelline and that I continually recommend is their lipsticks. I think this is one of the best drugstore lipsticks, like just regular old lipsticks. The ones from Maybelline I think are amazing. I just grabbed out a couple here, but I almost pulled out my whole acrylic drawer because I have so many more of the Maybelline lipsticks, but I love them. I think they are so good. They are so affordable. I also recommend it, Maybelline, in the brands that I think that you should follow on Snapchat because I think they have a really good Snapchat as well. It's just been really fun to watch Maybelline kind of like expand and grow, and I feel like they have some exciting things coming up, but Maybelline is definitely a brand that I've been loyal to for many years. Another brand that I've been loyal to for a very long time is Morphe Brushes. I talk about Morphe Brushes a lot. I recommend them a lot. I know, like, I feel like Morphe is kind of a controversial brand, but for me, I've always been really happy with my Morphe products, and I have no problem recommending them because they have worked out so well for me. I definitely found Morphe Morphe through YouTube, and I started buying from them before I had a channel because I would always see it recommended on other YouTube channels as well. I have quite a few of their eyeshadow palettes. This one was sent to me in PR, but it's just one of my favorite palettes. But like the 35T, the 35O, the 35R, I bought all of those palettes myself and I love them. And then also their brushes. I just recently posted my favorite makeup brushes video, and you see a ton of Morphe brushes in there. When I was first starting out and kind of trying to work up my makeup brush collection, but still not wanting to spend a ton of money because I didn't quite really understand all the brush functions, it was nice to go with something like Morphe because they are more affordable, but they are still really good quality. So I'll link my favorite makeup brushes down below if you want to check them out, because a lot of Morphe is in there, and I do not all of their brushes are fantastic, and you see me say it in that video too. Some of the brushes, when you wash them, they can lose their shape or lose their bristles, but I make sure to mention the ones that I think do that and give alternatives to them. But a lot of their brushes, and especially their face brushes, do not do that, so I would recommend them. But I have been purchasing from Morphe, like I said, before I started my YouTube channel, and I still have really good experiences with them, so I feel like I'm definitely very loyal to Morphe. So another brand that I've been loyal to for quite some time is Anastasia Beverly Hills. I have bought quite a bit from Anastasia. I do really like her glow kits. That might have been like one of the first items that I purchased from that brand. I can't quite remember, but I did really like the glow kits. I have the Sweets one and then another one. The only one I didn't love for me was the one in collaboration with Nicole Guerrero, but I do like the glow kits. And then of course I have the Modern Renaissance, which I absolutely love. I recommend this so often. Of course I did buy the Subculture palette. I have a review on it. I'm one of the very select few that actually like the palette, and I think it works just fine for me. I also purchased the stick foundation when she came out with it. I didn't like it at first, but I mentioned it in the products I changed my mind about, because I actually I kept trying and I kept trying, and I do like it. I think it's more of like a summer foundation because it's a lighter coverage, but I do like it. And then just very recently with my last Sephora order, I purchased the Brow Wiz because I hear so much about the Brow Wiz. I feel like one of the only other things that didn't really work for me from Anastasia is her liquid lipsticks. I just was not a huge fan of them. I don't really like how moussey they are, but other than that, I'm very loyal to the brand. I buy a lot from them. I get excited over her releases. I actually have a couple things from the brand as well that are still like on my loves list and in my Ulta cart and things like that. Yeah, I would say that I am loyal to Anastasia Beverly Hills. Another brand that I'd say I'm loyal to, and I've had this list for quite some time now, and so when I saw this one on my list, I was like, should I talk about it? But I am still loyal right now, and I do still purchase from them. I made a purchase very recently from them, so I'm like, you know what, I'm still gonna talk about it. And that brand is Benefit Cosmetics. Recently, Benefit has been doing some things that I'm not overly impressed with. So there's that, but I haven't gone off the brand. I haven't boycotted the brand. I haven't stopped buying or using their products. I hope they move more in a direction that I'm feeling. As of right now, I'm kind of like teetering. I'm like, please don't do a Benefit. Please don't push me over the edge like Too Faced did. But I still did want to mention them because I do own a lot from them. I've purchased a lot from them. I've recommended them a lot. And like I said, I just very recently did make a purchase from them. The very first thing I think that I purchased from Benefit was this Bronze of Champions. I can remember buying this at Sephora, and it was because so many people would recommend the Hoola bronzer, and the Hoola bronzer came in here. I was like, I need that Hoola bronzer. And so this kit was, you know, on sale. Like Benefit does a lot of these kits like this, and it was on sale at Sephora one time, so I went ahead and bought it. It did also come with the Roller Lash Mascara, which I really do love, as well as their Real Mascara. Those are some of my favorite mascaras, but I do really enjoy the Hoola bronzer and also the What's Up highlighter. I do like that one as well, but this was kind of the first thing that I purchased from Benefit, and I really did like it, and I got a lot of use out of it because this was like way back in the day. This was, I mean, this was over 2 years ago for sure. So it was when I had a smaller collection, and I worked the crap out of this thing one summer. Like, it was like all I was wearing. I recently purchased the Hoola Kwikki Contour Stick, and I love it. I use this, I mean, at least once a week, but probably more. If I'm cream contouring, I typically am reaching for the Kwikki Contour Stick. I absolutely love it from Benefit, and I'm so happy that I made this purchase. But definitely the thing that I have purchased the most from Benefit is their brow products. A lot of you might know that I'm not great with my brows. I I never really know what I'm doing with my brows. Like, I feel like I'm getting better, and I really appreciate the comments of like, your brows are looking good. Like, that really does help me out. Definitely bought a lot from Benefit with their brows. I think one of the first things I purchased was their Gimme Brow, because it's more of like a fiber brow product, and that was one of the first things that I purchased when I was like trying slowly, very baby steps, to get into brows, was the Gimme Brow. And then the next thing I purchased was their Goof Proof pencil, and I bought it in shade 2. I went on to buy another one in shade 3. Sometimes I do 2, sometimes I do 3, sometimes I mix them both together. I then went on to purchase the Precisely My Brow. I also purchased the new kits that they have out, and I can't remember which one I bought. I want to say it was maybe like the Natural Brow. Purchased a ton of Benefit brow products, and they were really the first brow product that I tried that I felt like I could actually get. I have Precisely My Brow on today in shade number 2, so I would say right now I am still loyal to Benefit. Like I said, I just recently purchased that brow kit, and then even right before that was when I purchased the Hoola bronzer, so I have purchased from them recently. I have my fingers crossed that they're not going to do anything to really put me over the edge, but I did still want to mention them because I do still like them. I do still recommend them. I am still buying from them. I just hope we don't have a breakup, because that would make me sad. Another brand I've been loyal to before I even had my YouTube channel is Sigma Beauty. I love Sigma Beauty. I especially love their brushes. Again, Sigma was so highly featured in my favorite makeup brushes video, and it's because I own so much Sigma. I started buying from Sigma, like I said, before I had my channel, and it's because I would always see people recommending the Sigma brushes, and I worked off recommendations just like everybody else does. And so when I saw people consistently recommending Sigma, I was like, I need to try that brand. And I absolutely adore them. It was really exciting to me because Sigma was the first high-end makeup brushes that I purchased, and then my very first affiliation with a brand was Sigma Beauty, and that was just like a really cool day to kind of like see things come full circle. It just really meant a lot to me to have a brand like Sigma reach out to me, even as such a small channel, and want me to be an affiliate. It was really, really cool. So that was awesome. I especially love their brushes. I grabbed out their gel eyeliner because it was sitting out right here, but then also it's kind of funny because I just placed an order with Sigma and it just came today. I haven't even really been able, look how much I only was able to tear into it because I've been so busy today, but I'm really excited because I just got some new Sigma goodies, new eyeshadow palettes, some more brushes because I don't need any brushes, but that's what I did. But I do love Sigma. Like I said, I am an affiliate with them, so if you ever do purchase from Sigma and you want to save some money, you can use the code Samantha. It saves you 10% at checkout. But Sigma Beauty is definitely a brand that I have been very loyal to. Another brand I have been loyal to, and this was another one I was a little bit on the fence about, but I have been a loyal consumer to them, so I wanted to mention them, is Colourpop. So the reason why I say that I was a little bit on the fence about them is because sometimes Colourpop just doesn't make me super happy because they have all of these super quick limited edition releases, and it just kind of drives me crazy. Like sometimes just their business model, I'm like, I can't keep up, man. But I am loyal to Colourpop. It's another one who I think I found Colourpop through Kathleen Lights. I went on to purchase a lot of the Supershock eyeshadows. I've purchased the blushes from them. I have quite a collection of lipsticks. I recently did a lipstick declutter. This is everything that I kept from Colourpop. But most recently, I've been very impressed with their pressed eyeshadow palettes. These two are both from the Iluvsarahii collection, so I did purchase these pretty recently myself, but I tried their pressed eyeshadows before then, and I like these much more than the Supershock eyeshadows. I did mention the Colourpop lipsticks and the makeup I changed my mind about, and I actually changed my mind for the worse, and I've been meaning to even declutter more of these. I just feel like over time their Ultra Satin lips in particular do weird things. Like the colors change, the texture changes. I tried to wear one in midi the other day, which is this one. I would try to wear this one the other day and it was just like super sticky and clumpy on my lips. So I need to go through this again and kind of clear some more out. But I did still want to mention Colourpop because it has been a brand I've been very loyal to. I have a lot in my Colourpop collection, and like I said, I just very recently purchased these. So I would say that I am still a loyal consumer to Colourpop. I know that I'll purchase more from them sometime soon. So yeah, Colourpop, somehow you just keep getting me. And the final brand that I want to talk about is Pur Cosmetics, and I'm sure if you've been following me for a while, you've been like, when is she going to talk about Pur? Because of course I'm going to talk about Pur. I love Pur. They're one of my favorite brands, and I feel like they are so underrated. I started buying from Pur back when I was like 18, 19 years old, and the very first item I ever purchased from them was their pressed 4-in-1 mineral powder. You can tell I love this one. I don't even know, I mean, it has to be in the double digits of how many I've bought, and I have another one ready to go. But I remember stumbling into my Ulta wanting to find a powder foundation, picking up the Pur one, and just being obsessed with the brand ever since. I feel like they are underrated. I feel like not enough people talk about them. Recently they came out with a line of lashes that are my absolute favorite. You see me, I link my makeup in my description box in every single video, and you typically are seeing Pur lashes in a lot of those. I love them. You see me wearing them on Instagram. I'm always tagging me wearing their lashes. Their lashes are phenomenal. So their Pur Trolls palette, I have recommended this over and over again. The Cameo Contour stick you've seen me use in so many tutorials. Another item that I think is so super underrated from Pur are these Vanity Palettes right here in Gold Digger and then also Dream Chaser. Man, these are some awesome palettes, and this highlight in the Gold Digger palette is insane. It is insane. It is such a pigmented, amazing highlight. Like it is no joke. And then the eyeshadows in the other palette, I reach for these so much because they're the beautiful neutral browns, but these palettes are super cute because they have a mirror and they have a little stand that pops up here. I take these with me so often. You saw them in my travel makeup bag video. I love these and I'm constantly recommending them, and I feel like I don't see anybody talking about them, but Pur has been a brand that I have been purchasing from, like I said, since my college days, which was not recently, and just one that I continue to recommend. I recommended to follow them on Snapchat. Pur has been a brand that I've been loyal to for over 10 years, so yes, definitely had to mention Pur in this video. Alright guys, so that's going to do it for brands that I am currently loyal to. I really hope that you guys enjoyed this video or found it helpful or entertaining in some way. I really wanted to choose the brands that I have purchased a lot from myself. I am getting more PR recently, and I have, you know, some of my collections from brands that are getting bigger and bigger, but it's because I've been getting sent PR, and I really wanted to share the brands that I personally have gone out and bought and recommended and, you know, been buying from for years. Like what I said with Pur, I mean, I purchased my first item from Pur over 10 years ago, and I'm still loyal to the brand today. So those are the brands that I really wanted to focus on in this video. But I really hope that you guys enjoyed it. I would love to know some of the brands that you are currently loyal to right now as well. So leave me some comments down below and let me know some of those. If you guys did enjoy this video, I hope that you will give it a thumbs up. I hope that you will also consider subscribing before you go, and I'll catch you guys real soon in my next one. Bye.